If everybody's got all their different character sheet stuff together, let's go ahead and get started. So, as you all know, you are here in the world of Converga. This place is a place that 600 years ago was forged by the elements just pouring out from multiple different elemental portals. Then, the last moments, the elemental promenade, or what would once be, or what would become it one day, was about to be engulfed by the elements. The skies above opened up and released 6 elemental deities to push back the elements of fire, water, light, wind, earth, and darkness. Those elemental deities continue to rule over the zones to this day, and many an adventure has been had in this realm. Now, in the year 600, after Convergence, ACV, there's currently a festival going on here in the Elemental Promenade once again. And so here is where our story will begin. So, all manner of festivities. Actually, did you all move out of curiosity? They changed the UI since I used it.
Wait, what?
I can't tell. I have a cat sitting on me.
We did change screens.
The map,
Yes,
the
yes.
map
Oh,
is
yes,
there.
we did change.
Excellent. Okay. So, here in the Elemental Promenade is where the festivities are currently taking place. And it is here where our many, perhaps soon-to-be heroes, end up making their debut. So, starting off, we're going to go down and see what each character would be doing. And we will start with the young Lightning Genasi. As you go ahead and describe yourself and what you'd be doing here.
Oh shit, me?
Yes.
Alright. Let's see. In terms of like the festival and everything, she's definitely gonna be taking in everything around her, as she's definitely looking for a little bit more inspiration for her band back home. So definitely wandering a lot.
Indeed. And Kita, as you walk around and check out all of these different sites, it's actually rather wondrous, all of the different things that are outside of your normal home of the Lightning Zone. All kinds of different music, though you gotta admit, you are quite a fan of what you've been surrounded by all your life. All manners of different foods and drinks, too.
Oh yeah, 100% she is getting like samples. Like she's got, her hand is completely full, and so she's like picking it up and picking little things and trying them all. And so
All right. And Kita, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
does that mean I get to be the first roll?
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm so honored.
Except I don't know what the blank box is that Ellie has posted.
That was a while ago. My bad.
Can we get a description of Kita?
Please.
Sure. God, I'm all nervous now. Help me. Anytime there's a new character, it's like, what am I? Yeah, you see, I'd say potentially you see, we'll see. Kita is a very average height Lightning Genasi, and what stands out the most about her is probably she has these heels, so her walk and everything is, you can tell when she walks into a room, and her hair is always very voluminous, and it's got a lot of different shape and volume to it. But yeah, let me roll that for you.
All right.
Perception, right?
Yes.
Also, it took my save mods off, but I'll fix that.
An 8. All right.
Woo!
Starting off strong.
There's food involved and music involved. It's just, there's everything.
There is indeed. And you are so wildly distracted by this. You're just looking around, and you don't notice you actually bump into, seems to be some kind of hooded figure. as Callisto, suddenly some lady bumps right into you and you're not really sure what's going on with her. But you two lock eyes and you look straight at her. And would you like to describe yourself to Kita? You're also currently muted.
Okay. Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was dealing with the cat with her ass in my face. Can you reset? I didn't hear you.
Yes. So you get bumped into by this. Actually, how tall are you, Kita?
Well, she's about 5'7" without the heels, but the heels definitely add a certain presence to her. They're not short.
All right. How tall are you, Callisto?
I don't remember what I put my height as. Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't think I'm very tall. I think I'm kind of short. So I'm like, you run into me, I'm very small. More like you trip over me.
Let me just take one big steppy.
Oh, that's
I
fine.
was just...
Well, the problem with the 8 perception, she just didn't see.
Did I
Whoops.
not put how big I was? I thought I did. Oh, my bad. I think that I'm supposed to be small because I remember I put for my size on the sheet as a small being.
But small for your size on the sheet? Oh.
4 feet.
Oh, 4 feet. That's still medium size, I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? I was trying to push for small.
Maybe it is small. No, I'll give you small. That's fine. So yeah, you run into this it looks to be wearing some sort of cloak, and you immediately look down and lock eyes with Callisto. And Callisto, if you'd like to describe yourself a little bit to Kita as she sees you.
I'm a hooded figure. I'm an orange cat. I don't look happy with you.
Oh, sorry, dear. Didn't see you there.
I just hiss.
Go ahead
And that's how I feel on the inside.
and go ahead and roll me an intimidation check, Callisto.
Hold on. I have a cat currently. He's blocking me. Give me a sec.
Use it as inspiration.
I wish. That would be nice. Intimidation core. I think it's intimidation. I can't read.
As she hisses at you, and Kita, you kind of tilt your head a little bit. This cat is it's basically almost over 1.5 feet shorter than you right now, and is trying to look scary, you think?
I didn't say scary. I said angry. Not happy.
You didn't do
Kita
anything
definitely, when she moves, it's
Goodbye,
very,
freedom. Thank you. Freedom.
her movements are very deliberate, where it's kind of just here and there and just very sudden movements. And so she kind of moves down towards you and is like, kind of looking at you with a cocked head, trying to decipher, is that an angry cat, or what is going on with this being?
Don't pet me.
She's not gonna pet you, don't worry. But she's
Pet me.
very much looking at
I'll
you
be
very
angry.
quizzingly, as if to see if there's any other reaction, or if you're just angry.
All right.
Just a fluff tail.
Indeed, as you do see her tail kind of swipe out from underneath the cloak. It is quite bushy.
1,000 pardons for scaring you, and she just takes one big step back.
And Callisto, what would you be doing at the festival here?
Looking to see if there's any food. A hunger.
Indeed.
You in fact see that Kita's one of her hands is just loaded with food. Like, it's surprising that she has fit that much food in one hand.
Part of me wants to swipe food.
Are you side-eyeing my food? Can I
I
tell
am
if she,
side-eyeing
can I
your food.
tell if she's side-eyeing my food?
Go ahead and roll me. Let me see. Roll me another perception check.
I am looking for it, but
Yeah, you can roll an advantage. Say that.
alright, I'll roll one more. Well, 12. How intense is this cat?
Callisto,
staring
are you
at
trying to
my-
hide the fact that you're kind of wanting her food, or are you just too enamored by it to really bother with that?
I'm just side-eyeing it.
All right, you can clearly tell, Kita. Her eyes are now locked on the food you're holding.
She kind of looks at you, and then her head quickly turns to her hand and quickly back to you. Would you like one? And her hand just jolts down right in front of you. And there's 3 or 4 different things that are in her hand.
I just swipe it. And I eat it. I don't say anything.
All of it? All 4?
No, I just swipe part of it.
Okay.
I say nothing. I just eat. Hunger.
Yeah, Kita's like eyebrow, she does like the one eyebrow raise, of very curiously looking at this being, but it seems happier, I guess. And so she lifts her hand back up and takes a piece out of her hand and eats one herself.
All right. And Callisto, I'll go ahead and have you roll me a perception check now.
Hold on. I gotta open the character sheet again. Perception.
All right. And you snack on this food that Kitty gave you, and it's pretty good. Actually, it's really nice. And then you smell something on the wind that seems to smell quite delicious. You then turn, you and Kita turn to see that there is a goblin sitting in the lawn, and you hear some sizzling sounds over there as he seems to be cooking something. There's no lawn outside the potion shop.
I reach into my bag of holding and I grab my little goblin self, pulls out a powder, pinch of something. I throw it into the pot. The meat is sizzling. The aromatics are in full effect now. That is what caught you on the wind. And it is a sight that you haven't quite seen before because my character, Mr. Pats, is a 3.5 foot tall goblin, but he has features similar to that of a monkey. In fact, he has like dark black skin, he has white fur, and he has a tail. And in addition to his 2 normal hands and the 2 hands on his feet, he's also wielding utensils in his tail, and he's also casting Mage Hand to assist with this cooking ability. He is going hard in the middle of this lawn, paying no attention to anyone else. You can see discarded wrappers from all of the food vendors from around the promenade. He has researched what is going on here, and he is trying to cook something else up to offer to the crowd if they are so receptive.
So, despite Callisto being very short, Kita is doing a very dramatic lean, as if she's like leaning to look down a corridor and looking at exactly what Pats is making.
All right, do either of you approach the interesting fellow here?
No.
I'm gonna look down at this very suspicious, grumbly cat. Open my mouth like I was gonna offer, but she still doesn't look very happy with me. And so I'm just gonna kind of sidestep around and then take bigger strides, and once I'm past her and making sure I'm not stepping on tails or paws or anything. And I'm gonna head over and see what's cooking.
All right, you should be able to move yourself. This will be a good test mechanically. There we go. All right, and Pat, you see this rather tall by comparison lady walk over to you in heels and kind of seeming to be interested in what you've got making here.
I pay her no mind. I am focused on the meat.
I'm definitely like kind of perusing, seeing, and observing just everything that he's doing. But by far, she would be most intrigued by the smell of it. And so regardless if you're paying mind or not. Her nose kind of twitches as she smells. That's a rather interesting spice you have going there.
I put out one of my hands in a stop motion. I am intensely focused on the meat. I'm not doing anything with it right now. I'm prepared to pick it up, but I'm just looking at it right now. Hold on. I'll get to you in a second. About 20 seconds pass, and I pick it up out of the oil. This roast, I would say, about the size of like a ham, a normal ham. There. Perfect. All right. You want to try some? Come. I carve off a piece of this glistening meat, this ham, as it were, and I put it on a kind of bread that I have brewed up. A kind of bread, a flat bread. Come on, try it. Tell me what you think.
Kita looks a little bit surprised, as usually she hasn't had just like food shoved on a plate like in her hands before like that, but she is very pleased as she again kind of takes one more scent of the aroma before digging in and seeing how it tastes.
All right, and Kia, you take a bite here, and it is delectable. This might be one of the best things you've ever eaten. What kind of taste did you go with this, Pats? Like, what kind of like flavor inclination?
So I would say this is kind of gonna be like a very citrusy pork kind of thing, like a lot of gingery kind of citrusy pineapple, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, she is like
on like a flatbread as a carb.
She is smile chewing, like she is, standing very tall, chewing very happily, and you can kind of see this little like food happy dance start happening. But
all right, promising reaction, and then I take a bite of it myself. Not bad.
Not bad.
Definitely an issue with the quality and the ingredients. Not the worst, but it's not fresh.
Kita looks down at what remains of the food that she has not quite yet eaten because she is savoring every bite of whatever this is, because she honestly has no clue, nor does she care. It's delicious.
Here, take another.
But,
all right. While you're pondering this, I'm gonna make another serving for you, but I'm gonna take another thing out of my bag of holding, and it's has a pungent aroma. A little oil. I put a dab or two onto the new pork bun, and I hand it to you. Try now.
Well, aren't you demanding? She picks up the other one. Because, she really likes the other one, and so she's going to try this one, but she's going to save the other one just in case, because that smell was certainly something. So she will take a bite out of the new one, and very curiously, how the hell does that taste?
I know. What kind of taste did you go for this one, Pats?
So this is something that he has cooked up, something very exotic that I'm not going to say too much to now, but it I DM'd you the flavor profile of that Noah.
All right,
so you
excellent. Yes.
Yeah, you already know what this is.
All right. So, Kita, as you give this a taste, this at first has a similar taste, but then gets a little interesting. Go ahead and roll me, oh jeez.
Death saving throw.
Not a death saving throw. Roll me survival.
Oh no, that's the one before the death save.
Ruh-roh raggy.
You taste it and you can feel as it's just so, I'm not really sure, it's just oily. Like, he only put a drop or two in, but it changed everything. There's so much, and honestly, you're not really sure. There's a hint of something else, but it's hard to tell. It seems vaguely familiar, but you cannot for the life of you figure it out.
Yeah, as she's chewing, and you can see her head.
It does
kinda
still
jolt from-
taste good, though. That's the
Okay.
strange part to you.
Okay. She's chewing, and her face looks very quizzical as she does, and all of a sudden her chin and her head kind of jolt to the right, jolt to the left, back to the right, kind of up, and then she's processing everything that she's tasting, but you very much notice that her movements seem to be very, like, sudden. And then she turns to you, and, you know, it's a positive look on her face, but what in the world is that?
A good chef doesn't reveal all of his secrets.
And she
But
looks...
you
Oh.
seemed receptive. You seem someone that appreciates good food.
Are there individuals that don't enjoy good food?
Trust me. I've seen some people. They think flavor is too much for them. They just want to eat bland food every day.
Well, what a shame for them, clearly. And then she'll take another bite of the weird one that she couldn't figure out, but it's still somewhat good, and she's really trying to figure out what's going on with it.
It's weird. It reminds you a little bit of when you were first trying to... Honestly, when you were first trying to get your conduction to work.
Yeah, her eyebrows go from confused to, like, determined confused. Good sir, you wouldn't mind even telling me where this might have come from? There's some familiarity to it, and I just can't seem to put my finger on it.
It came from up north. I won't say much more than that.
She is looking down, very much looking down at your very short stature. Just in utter confusion, but continues eating that same one, saving the first one as she's very determined to figure out what this is, and even if she doesn't, it's a very interesting flavor, and yeah, she eats that whole one.
Well, there's more where that came from.
As Pats continues
And
to...
then,
Oh, go ahead.
then I just go back to start making more buns so I can like start preparing to hand out to people. I'm gonna set up shop.
All right. And as you continue to do that, meanwhile, on the other side of town here, Ashiel, you finally found your way to this town, which seems to be lively and jovial. It's quite nice, but it's still, everything still feels a little off. This whole venture that you've been going on is, you're not really sure how to take it. On the one hand, it's, well, you got away. But on the other hand, for how long? As you ponder this, Wanbury, you pull up next to Ashiel, kind of seeing her seeming to be a little lost in thought here. If you all like, you can describe yourselves as you continue dialogue.
Yeah. So you see a tall woman.
Giant woman.
Not a giant, just tall. Thin, looks pretty fit. She's wearing... The thing that strikes you the most odd about her is that everything but her eyes are covered. She's wearing boots, fitted pants, leather jacket. Her hands are completely bandaged. and anything that you would think would peek out from clothing is covered. So like the hands are bandaged, it's bandaged up to the neck. There's a hood and a mask over her mouth. And all you see are basically like two very striking red eyes and just two wisps of hair, one black and one red. You know, this is a bit different than I remember. Have you been here before? I'll admit, I don't remember so many different creatures, beings existing on the plane. I don't know, Wompri, have you been here?
Oh no, I've never quite traveled to the material plane before. This is, well, more organized than I was hoping we'd find. And my character is a very kind of lanky, tall man wearing a basically looking like this. This picture actually depicts me very well. He has black hair, very blue eyes with a caramel skin color, and he has these pretty large blue, dark blue wings coming out. And he has a feathered cap, and just a very happy look on him, but gives a slight untrustworthy vibe from him if you are familiar with salespeople. But perhaps we can find a little bit of fun while we're here. Archibald, and he's going to pull out a diamond is just going to appear in his hand, and he hands it over to nothing, but something appears to pick it up. Would you please drop this somewhere where it'd probably be noticed? And it just kind of disappears a little, and you can little barely perceptible imprints on the grass, like a breeze is kind of moving but in a footprint pattern, walks away towards the center.
All right, and where are you planning on dropping it?
Probably in like the middle of a large group of people.
All right, so if I could get Callisto to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
No. Yes. Give me 1 second.
And so where that I'm using Unseen Servant to move the gem.
Excellent.
I think it can close its hand on something so it doesn't show.
Oh.
I'm not really sure.
It hurts so bad.
Oh no, Asgata, you just finished shoving this bread down your
There's that
throat.
one.
I'm looking over it. Yeah, first that one, true. You look over at Keita and Pat, but then you spy out of the corner of your eye something shiny. And you look, and there's a gem that's been dropped. Some fool must have dropped it somewhere in the middle here. So you immediately dash for it. Only to say what?
Oh, okay. If it's been placed on the ground and someone dashes for it, I'm gonna hex it, and it's gonna sprout legs and run away from whoever tries to catch it, to grab it.
I'm not trying to grab it.
Say what?
Not me. Not me. I'm not trying to grab it. No. No.
Would you or would you not?
I think I feel like I'd have to assess the situation more. I don't think I could. I don't know. I got some sticky fingers, but
She rolled the nat one.
Yeah, I'd say the problem is it was real quick, and you're not sure how valuable it is. So with the nat one, yes, you do indeed go for this, and immediately see it dodge out of your way as you dash to the center here. As you continue to pursue it, as it just runs.
It seems we have found a bit of a show. Outstanding.
Yes, these people do seem to like shiny things.
I know, I was told that by some other fellows I knew, but I didn't really believe someone would dash after a shiny rock, but here we are.
Alright, so go. Oh, go ahead.
they also seem to like these coins as well. And Ashil's kind of just like maneuvering like a gold coin between her fingers.
All right. So, Calissa, did you decide whether you're pursuing it or not?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's go. So you dive and dodge in between people, try and get this gem as it continues to run away. And how exactly does this thing work? Does it just continue running?
What's its movement speed?
Let's see. Hold on, read through it. It sprouts 2 legs and it it moves 20 feet in a direction that I choose, and I can make it change directions as I want.
All right, so it takes a few different turns here. Callisto, go ahead and roll me acrobatics.
Give me a second, I'm trying to get my page to load. Okay, hold on. Acrobatic.
Now I have the big orange cat. Hi, Tangy. Oh, yeah, it takes you quite a few jumps here.
Hold on. Give me a second. I think I have something maybe for this. Hold on. I don't know if this will help me at all.
Oh, see, there you go. Okay. So yeah, you go ahead and just dash, getting down on all fours here just to run for this gem. And you managed to actually catch up to it and grab it. However, you dove very quickly, and you dove a little further than expected, as you dive into another person and just wham!
Not my day.
Gilgamesh, you feel as something bumps your leg?
Oh.
Oh.
What sort of creature is this? Oh no. One of the... Wait, do you have one of the followers tokens as well?
I need to pull them.
I feel like my entourage is with me.
Oh, indeed,
The whole
indeed.
gang.
Yeah, let me pull these while you're doing it.
Excuse me, Harold, what sort of creature is that at my brand new suede heels?
Not the suede heels.
You've scuffed my suede heels, also known as Tib.
Did you name your heels?
Well, you got to name every pair. The whole gang. The whole gang.
Callisto, you look around and there's 3 what seems to be kind of shorter goblins, a little more comparable to your height, and just in the middle, this large red-skinned fellow that seems to be adorned with all manner of decoration.
Yes, he is a red-skinned, pointy-eared goblinoid with some really dark charcoal beard and braids in his hair and beard. There's jewels all over him, from head to toe, in his shoes, in his staff, in his clothing, in his beard. And yeah, he looks at you with steely white and black eyes as he speaks to you. Excuse me, are you one of the... Is this a caretaker?
Caretaker, you wish.
Harold, I believe it was speaking to me. Harold, could you speak to it for me?
I can't remember. Did we decide, am I role-playing him or your guys or mine? Or you?
I guess it's kind of up to you. I don't really mind either way. Okay. I didn't have a voice for Harold just yet.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I can do him then.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, of course, Your Majesty. Excuse me. What is your name? He looks up to you, takes out a notebook.
Yes, good. Please lock this for later for my notes.
That's none of your business.
Okay, so none of your...
A peculiar name. I've heard the business family in so long. I didn't believe they would be around these parts again. Not after the last banquet. As Gilgamesh kind of starts looking over to Harold and he's like, Harold, I believe one of these is called a, and he kind of like taps his staff a little bit. A party foul.
Oh, yes, of course. Let me log that in the notes here as well for you, sire.
Indubitably, yes.
Yes, of course. So this, rather none of your business, has seemed to commit a...
You
has
are
committed a
muted.
party foul against His Majesty here. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am, but I'm afraid you must, let me think. An apologies, I believe, is in order.
Apologies are quite... We do appreciate apologies around here. Especially unless you can pay for a cleaner who can clean these suede Tims.
Yeah, sorry. You seem so inconvenienced.
It is quite the inconvenience, I'll have you know. Now I have to take 5 minutes out of my schedule to find my cobbler in order to make sure that there's no permanent damage.
Oh, your precious time.
Of course, I'll get a cobbler on the line as soon as possible.
Oh, I believe we should be good. It's okay. We'll just have to do this later. We'll have to take the second luncheon for tomorrow off the schedule.
Let me make those adjustments as he kind of bumps the guy next to him and he just makes seems to be scratching something out.
Wanbury, hearing this conversation, because of course he's watching someone chase his diamond, because is going to walk up. Excuse me, good sir, I couldn't help but hear your troubles that you've partaken in from this misadventure that has befallen someone. I heard a king, perhaps, come out of your mouth.
Oh, I apologize. He puts his hand up to his forehead in a dramatic way. He's like, "Oh, I must have forgotten. It is greatly embarrassing for me not to introduce myself in a formal occasion." And he does a little curtsy, the whole twirls his legs around and then does like a little bow, pulls his cape a little bit and flourishes. The name Lord Gilgamesh, Witch King of the Goblinoid Kingdoms, conqueror of life and death, exalted above all else, the tamer of Humbaba, builder of great walls, the civilized among the troglodytes, and decadence incarnate, the son of Lugolubanda. And he continues on for at least another 10. Like, he's going to continue on for at least 5 minutes unless somebody stops him and interrupts him.
Wanbury listens intently, and if no one else interrupts, we'll wait patiently for you to give all of your titles, and then himself takes his hat off and does a deep bow.
At this point, I've already walked away.
It is my greatest pleasure to make your acquaintance then, sir. I myself am just a humble journeyman traveling around these good parts. However, I do possess a number of useful skills that perhaps a man of your caliber could appreciate. One such would be to assist you in helping your predicament with your shoes.
Oh, I believe I would need the utmost care. The rest. Okay, so Harold does have some gems in his hat. Harold the Herald has gems in his hat. Roxanne seems to have some kind of weird green glass for her goggles. She's like, but she doesn't look too fancy, and the cupbearer is probably drinking out of a bottle right now.
Okay. Yeah, no, do the gems, are they particularly strongly attached?
Only the best goblinoid care has been taken into my full outfit, thank you.
I meant of your entourage, not on you.
Oh. Harold? I think he's probably just taking notes intently. He's probably writing notes about, he's probably at this point, Harold is speaking with Mr. Darp in order to get his contact information.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? If he's actually, I'm gonna play. While this is everyone's elaborately focused on you. Something is just gonna slip out of my pocket and just run really quickly and ties the shoelaces of your herald together while everyone's focused on you.
Can I
Not
see the
Harold.
Can I roll? I want to roll for it.
Sure, go
please.
ahead and roll me perception, Callisto.
I wanna
Yeah,
see this
Gilgamesh
shit
doesn't
happen.
fucking see any of this. He is too focused on the courtesies of the
Oh,
court.
he's something better. Oh, why?
You
I
can roll
rolled
an advantage
30.
for me, Callisto.
So I feel like I should have advantage because I'm supposed to be a cat and shit. What the hell?
You're just too enamored with Gilgamesh out here.
What
He's
the hell?
These rolls.
pristine August.
Trash rolls.
You
Because I didn't
cannot
change my picture. I
mix
changed
them off.
mine.
As you are just sitting there, you're getting ready to walk away. As you just kind of hear behind you, just give me one moment. So, wow! As you just see as the hair falls on his face.
Oh, Harold, why must you embarrass me so?
I'm sorry, terribly sorry, sire. What in the
He
world?
picks Harold with one arm,
Ah!
and he puts him back down, like on his. And he's like, Harold, please, there are people watching.
My greatest apologies, sire, but my shoes seem to have been tied together.
Oh, just petty thievery. It happens all the time, Harold. We trained you better.
I will not let it happen again, your majesty, as he goes to start trying to untie it. It seems to be struggling a bit.
Yes, it's fine to make fun of him, no worries. Everybody point and laugh. Harold, you need to know your place, and that place is to be observant. What if it was assassins? We wouldn't have known unless they are here already. And Gilgamesh takes his staff and he holds it at the ready.
Do not be concerned, good sir. I understand the difficulty of acquiring good health, but I can assure you that there is no such danger in the vicinity.
And
In
how
fact,
would you know?
To make up for this bad experience you've had since you've arrived, I will fix your shoes for you. And he waves his hand and casts prestidigitation on the shoes, and all the scuff marks just vanish away.
Oh, a fellow wizard. Oh, my favorite.
And as he does, the smell of brownies wafts off of him.
I believe goblins are quite allergic to chocolate. I hope those are not chocolate brownies.
Oh, my apologies. That is just the natural odor.
I am not a goblin, but I couldn't say the rest of my entourage, as I'm pretty sure Roxanne, the cupbearer, and Harold are all having a little bit of a coughing fit.
Well, I would never assume someone as grand as yourself would be something as simple as a mere goblin, good sir.
Oh, you're quite astute, my fine friend. Anyway, I don't mean to be rude, but I was in the middle looking for Is this a town, or is this like a festival fair type thing?
It seems to be a festival fair type thing, but the Elemental Promenade that you know that you're in is
Yes.
relatively well known in that fact that it has a decent amount of stuff going on.
I was looking for the host of this fine festival, a potential a mayor or some kind of, well, anything really. I'm just looking for the greatest name to try and rub shoulders with, if you know. Would you happen to know?
I myself am not familiar with this place. I am a traveler from the Feywild, if you've heard of it.
Oh, yes, I've vacationed there once or twice, yes. It's quite indulgent, I must say, but the folk there are nice, I suppose.
Can I have a bullshit test on that?
Go ahead and roll me. Oh, well, actually, Gilgamesh, Gilgamesh, have you actually been there? I don't think you have. So,
I feel like he's probably met people, and he just kind of vicariously lives off that.
okay,
Although he is a wizard boy,
So knowledgeable enough. I'll go ahead and let you roll. Say persuasion at disadvantage, and Ashil, you can go ahead and roll insight.
Oh no.
I'm also going to insight that.
Sure.
Absolutely not.
Oh, god damn it.
Wait. Today.
You believe him wholeheartedly.
Aw,
God damn.
I feel that in my soul.
Wait, did they? Oh wait, can I not roll it at disadvantage? Or
Oh
can I
my
not
god,
do
I
that
know what I
as a
did. Sorry, hold on.
Ah,
Well,
well, I will roll twice then.
Yeah, it's in the settings for the sheets. Where's the
Persuasion,
default?
you say?
Yes.
Hey.
I thought I
Let's
changed the
go.
default sheets on this, man. I'll just have to do it manually. Huh?
Also, I don't know how I
Damn.
rolled twice there.
Where's my...
The common Gilgamesh W.
Oh, wait. But this one is right. Huh?
Yeah?
Okay, wait a second.
Let me exit out of my character sheet on this end, and I'm gonna reopen it.
No, yours doesn't have it. Why not?
What has Gilgamesh done?
I don't know.
Okay, I see it. I found it. I have it now.
There you go. Yeah, I just fixed it. There you go.
I was like, what the fuck? I literally looked at it. I was like, wait a minute. I can't do advantage, disadvantage.
Yeah, sorry about that. That should
You're
be
good.
on by default, as it is with everybody else, it seems.
Gilgamesh, common W.
Common Gilgamesh W, true. We
But
should
yes,
be getting
my
Dave
persuasion was
soon.
18 twice in a row. So
That's
Yeah.
even at disadvantage.
so.
Well,
Is she?
oh,
Yeah, Sheila, you're not really sure how truthful he's being, but Wanbri, you're impressed. You've never seen something like him in the Feywild, but he must be from there.
I mean, he is Fey. I will say, Gilgamesh is considered Fey.
Well, that's what you pick up on, I suppose, Wanbri.
You feel the
really
magical
shocked
energy.
to find another one who has visited my plane so quickly after leaving. In terms of meeting someone so grand, if it would be acceptable to you, I'd like to present you the gift.
Oh, Harold, if you could please accept the gift on my behalf.
Yeah.
And he gives a little curtsy.
Yes, of course,
Right.
Saya. Now having fixed his laces.
Yeah.
But more of a magical one. I would like to impart a bit of magic on one of your items to make it better. To more show your excellence to the rabble around you.
Oh, I appreciate the kind gesture, the gift. However, if you're wanting to do magic, may I understand what spell you're using? It is not my first time around the old spell book, if you may.
Are you a practitioner of magic as well?
Practitioner and destroyer of magic. Yes, indeed.
Well, if that's the case, I wish to impart on you an item. Well, correction. I wish to make one of your items better show your grandeur when you introduce yourself to others. It can be whichever item you wish, but I wish to impart it a little bit of fey magic
Gilgamesh.
so that it
Mhm.
enhances the grand title of which you have explained to me.
Gilgamesh takes off one of his 5 rings from one of his hands. He has a ring on each hand. And he gives it to you. Oh, you can take the ring finger, as that's usually my best finger for some.
Thank you, good sir. It is my pleasure. And he is going to take the ring. Are you going to watch him do this, I guess?
Yes. He's
Okay.
going to watch you intently.
Alright, he is going to pull out a violin. What are my instruments? I have multiple instruments. I think I have to make the sound when I do it. Bagpipes. We're going to do the bagpipes. Okay. I'm gonna pull out the item and start casting magic. And I'm going to be casting Magic Mouth on the item. And a bit of coin is going to appear in front of him to cover the material cost when I cast it. I think it's coin. Whatever the material cost, I can conjure it. But I'm going to set it so that it makes the Star Wars music whenever he's doing his introduction. So whenever he starts naming who he is. Dun, 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 dun,
No, it's doing the one for like the opening credits crawl so that you can have that going while you're producing yourself.
Amazing.
The opening credits of Star Wars will play while you introduce yourself. Whenever you introduce yourself, that is the signal for it to go off. It's a jade, so I summon a jade to cast it.
Yeah. Actually, hold up. Do I have any extra?
Oh, if you want to pay for the jade.
I mean, the thing is that I don't remember. No, I don't think I've put this on here. I know that whenever I made the character design, he would wear jade, but he probably... That would seem a little OP to just have random gems and shit every 2 seconds.
Yeah. That's okay, I can make the gem, so...
Yeah.
And how long does this take? It's only 1 minute, so going to play the intro to the Lord of the... Not the Lord of the Rings, goddamn. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I went through like so many series in my head, like Star Trek, Lord of the Rings. No, these are all around Star Wars intro with being played with bagpipes. That goes off with the sign of you introducing yourself.
Oh, amazing.
And it's just on repeat. So how long can I record? 25 words. Well, we'll say 25 notes just on repeat whenever you're introducing yourself for as long as that takes.
That's fantastic.
Here you go, good sir. Now, hopefully, when you introduce yourself next, hopefully this will better impart upon the person you meet of your magnanimity.
Amazing. Quite. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate your gracious gift and offer. And he puts the ring back on. Hold up.
About halfway through this, like, bullshitting back and forth, Ashiel gets, like, bored, and she'll walk away to explore some more, but as she does, the hat on Harold's head does sprout legs, and runs off and does a little jig.
Oh, Harold, not another hat.
Oh, no!
Oh, Harold! He gets like a stomach laugh. Classic Harold. Oh, Denny! And he yells to the cupbearer, "Go and fetch the hat, Denny. Harold is too far in his age."
Of course.
For the
Denny
ring as it goes, at the end of the soundtrack, before it repeats, the very last word is going to be a fart sound, but just quiet enough that you probably wouldn't hear it, especially when you yourself are monologuing.
Amazing.
That's really funny. Yeah, so the hat runs away, and Harold just completely thrown off here. You said you're one of your other servants to go after it.
Yeah, I send Denny, who is the cupbearer, and he wears a giant barrel around his back filled with wine. He has like a bunch of bottles and cups just tied to him haphazardly, and he just starts running.
Yeah, Denny just slouches as he goes after it. Not to worry, yeah. I'll retrieve it.
Oh, thank you, Denny. Whoever did that was a good show. Appreciate the good. He takes a sip of wine in a goblet that he's just been holding. It's my favorite pastime.
All right, and as you all continue to revel here in the streets, all manner of chaos going. What's up?
As the the barrel person runs off, I'm going to yell at him right when he's near something precarious that could break the barrel. He's going to yell, "But make sure you don't," and when he says trip, he's going to cast command.
Oh my! All
I
right,
think,
what kind of
casting
save is that?
And he's going to do it when he's like in a spot where the barrel should break if he falls. Just like waiting for the moment.
Uh huh.
It's shit. What is saving throw? Come on. It's a wisdom save.
All right.
So
Oh,
DC
God.
13 wisdom.
Yeah, I think they all technically whatever. Oh god, I need goblin stat blocks.
Yeah. Do you know what their default is on that?
On perception, on wisdom, -1.
Okay.
Well, yeah, just for wisdom save, it doesn't look like they have one. This is just for regular goblins.
Okay. Yeah, so Aubrey, as you just kind of like subtly reach your hand out here, you see as the goblin seems to begin tripping over, but somehow manages to stabilize and grabs the hat. I retrieved it, sir.
Gilgamesh is going to use detect magic.
Ooh,
to
okay.
detect if that command was magic.
So
If he-
Gilgamesh, rather experienced in his years, casts detect magic, and everybody around you, all three or both Wanbury and also the cat seem to be lit up with magic.
Oh, a good prank, I must say, but I'm sorry to say, but this isn't the first time he's been told to trip. Oh, I've had to tell him to trip a couple of times. Come here, Denny's.
As he takes and slaps the hat, or gives the hat to you.
Thank you. Gilgamesh brushes it off exquisitely and puts it back upon Harold's hat gently. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go and find my the invitee, or the invitor, as it may. I'm trying to figure out who invited me from my long kingdom. And Gilgamesh is this a building over here?
It's a bar over there.
And what's this building?
I'm sorry, which building you highlight?
The
Any
purple
one-
one.
Why you
Lavender.
don't have my name under me?
So what?
Why is my name underneath my
Oh,
name?
everybody has name blocks, just especially when people weren't in it.
Oh, I can't see anyone else's, just my own.
Yeah, I can only see mine.
Yes,
They're all
yes,
blocked.
same.
I can't
Really?
see mine.
Oh, my bad. Maybe that's
You
what's
can't
setting.
even see yours,
I
damn.
can't see mine.
Apologies, let me move. Can you see yours now?
Really?
No.
Name
I just
plate
have
isn't-
been able to.
Oh, I see now. All right. Can everyone see Gilgamesh's?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so long.
Can't even see my own.
So while I'm updating that, Gilgamesh, you see as a fellow walks out of the bar, seeming to hear a lot of the commotion. As he just looks down at his notes and looks back up to you, I believe that was me.
What does he look like?
He seems to
Gilgamesh
be
eyes him up.
an extremely average man, but he does seem to be wearing some kind of lab coat.
You invited us, and me, specifically. Oh, that's quite rich. No, it seemed like the invite was bedazzled in gold. Why, how could you have possibly afforded such an excellent... there was even a whole embassy with it. I don't understand.
Well, you see, your Majesty, I believe. Yes, King.
Yes, Majesty, we do appreciate.
Excellent. Yes. So the reason behind this was we actually had gotten this. Well, we'd been asked to invite you by a donor of ours, I suppose.
Oh, they want money again.
As he just kind of just said, perhaps. But I assure you, we're making very interesting things.
Yes, there's always something interesting when someone has a deep pocket. All right, show me what knickknacks and tallywags you have in there, and I'll act surprised.
Of course, sire. Now, admittedly, this is a bit of an exposition slash demonstration. So, while of course you have been invited as a very special VIP, we also do have some additional space in the testing area to allow for others if they would like.
Yes, I suppose the common people need to see the wonders of, well, this kingdom, I guess.
All right, and so as you kind of look around, Wanbra, you immediately hear this extended invitation, as well as Callisto. Get this guy.
Hello. Oh.
There we go. Seems to be a gentleman that has the Fire Zone emblem emblazoned on his lab coat.
Okay. Yeah. All right, well, come on, I'll pick some invitees if they'd like to come and witness magic beyond your comprehension, also known as science.
As you
beyond everyone's heads these days.
As you all hear this, this large man just calling out about magic beyond your comprehension and interesting things to see. What are y'all doing? Are you all taking up the invitation?
First of all, hi, David. Welcome on.
Welcome in, David.
Hello.
The gang's all here. We'll introduce David's character in just a second.
Hello.
Yeah, Ashiel would have been wandering around, not wanting to deal with two arrogant show-offs. But if Wanbri wanders into the magical demonstration, she'll follow him behind.
The Wanderer is definitely going to watch, possibly looking for some way to make it more entertaining for himself.
I assure you all, it will be worth your while. This expedition will actually even be featuring a never before seen construction, specifically, of course, of the Fire Zone, in celebration of the 100 years of peace.
Oh, that little fiasco. Yes, I'd love to see it, actually. And it was quite an important moment in the history of the Fire Zone. It piqued my interest.
Ashiel leans over towards Wanbri.
Do you know what happened 100 years ago?
Not really, but I did just hear that they've had 100 years of boredom, which hopefully can be rectified.
Yes, of course, relative peace is always a very nice thing to have. As Callisto, would you be joining in on them? I mean, it does seem kind of interesting to you. You're muted again.
Huh?
I said you're muted again. I was asking if Callisto would find interest in this little exposition.
No.
No?
I'm just watching. I'm angry that I wasn't able to get the gem.
Well, technically, I think you had the gem.
I loaf. I just stare.
Real quick, did you say that? Is this guy a fire Genasi or?
You're not really sure, to be honest. It seems like he might be, but it almost seems like it might be more of a mix.
Okay. Ashiel is interested. She's less interested in the demonstration and is more assessing the man himself.
All right. As he looks over and looks towards you, Callisto. Oh, actually, there might be some interesting things for you in there as well. Would you like some kind of snacks and whatnot? We have those. Callisto.
Yes.
Callisto reluctantly, but seeming to be enticed by the whole snack bit. joins up here, and Kita, Pats, you see as this seeming group seems to be starting to form over here on the right, when suddenly Kita, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Like, Callisto, are you coming to join them?
Oh no.
No puppy.
Wait, why is it? Why is there a +2?
Oh, you have guidance applied?
Why?
Let me go figure it
How?
out. Hold
Just
on.
Anyway.
I had it on by default earlier as well.
Okay.
I
I
just
found
turned it off. Yeah.
What is going on with my
It-
sheets, dude?
It's also like there were a few things that they just straight up added to my sheet without asking me, and then they removed some stuff. But there we go. That should have gotten rid of it. Just 9. We'll go with the 9.
All right. So you almost through some kind of sixth sense look over just from the corner of your eye, and you spot a man. He would be toting an instrument, wandering down the road.
Oh boy.
And Ferris, would you like to go ahead and describe yourself as you wander into this festival? And it seems to be an interesting commotion going on currently at this moment. David, you there?
David died.
No.
Dead.
I miss David.
He was in, then he was out. Oh,
I miss David.
He probably had a mic issue.
I miss
Probably.
David.
Is he back?
It's almost like I can hear his voice.
How about now?
I
There it
can't
is.
hear his voice.
Yep,
Okay, that's weird. Okay, so if I... Well, then let me just pull out that earbud. If I fiddle with it to get the left earbud to also work, apparently the voice cuts out.
Oof.
So I will go right earbud only or switch to headphones if they're charged. Anywho. Yes. So, as Noah had said, a man is jaunting down the street, whistling a bright tune. He's carrying an oddly shaped lute over his shoulder. It seems to be much more angular than the standard kind of bowl-shaped lute style that you'd be accustomed to, and seems to be made of strange materials. He's wearing he's got pale skin, long pointed ears. At the moment, a shock of tousled auburn hair, and is wearing tightly fitting trousers and a very low cut vest over a shirt. And is just kind of bouncing, not quite bouncing, but there's a spring in his step as he jaunts down the street, whistling and waving at people as he passes. Seems to be a friendly sort.
And you should have control of your character, I believe.
All right, let's see. Where am I?
You are right here.
I am on.
Do I have control of the goblin?
I can fix
entourage?
that for you.
Okay. Also, I reloaded and I am able to see my health and name.
Perfect. All right, so Kita, Pat, as you see this man beginning to pass by here, what are we doing? And Callisto, who has come to join them.
I try to hawk him a
Wrench.
trotter roll or a trotter bread.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, you want to buy one?
Well then, hello. How are
Come
you
on,
doing
pretty boy,
today?
you want to buy one?
I would.
Best food you're gonna see in this entire joint.
You notice as he is completely ignoring you at the moment and has turned towards Kita and is just glaring.
It's about time that you showed up. And she looks at her wrist that does
6.
not have a watch on it.
6. 6 times now. 6 times. How do you keep on doing it?
Is it only that many? Clearly, I've lost track.
Every time I show up in a town to play a gig, I come there and find that you've beaten me to it.
She has a very big kind of side smirk and shrugs. If I told you all my secrets, that wouldn't be any fun, would it?
No, because then you'd be deprived of my beautiful face.
Oh man, what a nightmare. And then she goes and grabs another sample off of Pat's plate.
Mm. He kind of looks over at what Pats is hawking and wants to try it, but Kita just tried it, so he kind of turns away and walks inside.
All right, pretty boy. I see you looking. Come on. Here, I'll even give you the special sauce. I pull out and I make him a special trotter bread, like I made for Kita with a dab of something from the bag of holding.
She'll
He's already
gently
gone.
elbow, but say she'll gently elbow Pats and kind of turn and walk a little bit just in case. But
He gets this one for free. Everyone else, all the randos, they have to pay.
How much they paying?
Bro, I don't know how much money is. All right, let's say
100 platinum.
Oh god.
like I actually don't know how much money is. So I'm just like, 5 gold. Is that too much?
You could probably do like 5 silver. Get away with it.
I start out with 5 gold, and people are like, "What the fuck?" And then they talk to me now. All right, 5 silver.
All right, you have several hungry customers line up, but I'll go ahead and give you 3 gold and 6 or 3 gold, 5 silver off of that. As they are quite
Making
delicious.
money.
Entrepreneurship.
After Kita leaves, Ferris will come back. Alright, what was it that you had over here?
Call it trotter bread.
Trotter bread. I don't believe I've heard of this before.
Me neither. Didn't exist before this morning.
That's strange. How much?
For you, free. Seems you and her have a little history, and she.
My favorite price. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. She likes good food. You look like you like good food.
I love good food. Yes.
Yes, it is like it's like a chunk of pork marinated in like a citrusy sauce, and it's on a
Ooh.
flatbread.
Yeah, I was about to say,
However, and I
I
also
looked that up.
added I grabbed something from the bag of holding that I have on my side, and it's a little tincture, and I scoop out a little bit of a paste, and I put it on the roll for you, and I mix it in with the sauce before I hand it to you.
Oh no, this is very good.
And now Noah.
Yes, indeed. So as you take this taste, Ferris, you were overwhelmed by this very good, like, kind of salty, Swedish taste, and it's just absolutely delicious. But after a few moments, it also seems to have a lot to it. It seems to have just a very oily texture, which is weird considering that you didn't see him put that much on. And it certainly smells something. It's delicious, and it almost harkens back to like some of your much younger days having to eat some of the food of the mountains. Like it's just there's something about it.
Oh, it just keeps going, doesn't it? Reminds me of home. Yes.
So
He'll
you're
hold
not
out a
the only
hand.
one.
Ferris.
I while this is happening, I also pull out a little notebook and I make a note in it really quick during this conversation. I haven't really done that much before. But continue.
All right. As
The name's Ferris, by the way.
You can call me Pats.
Pats. Well, I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance, Pats.
What about you? You've been here this whole time. Are you gonna buy something? And I look at Callisto.
It's very good.
I like you. You like good food. I like people that like good food.
Well, I like people who make good food.
Let me officially apologize that I ruined the rest of the street hit food for you here. You will
Oh,
find
don't
nothing
worry, I'm
else.
about to
You will
ruin
eat
the rest
nothing
of
else
the
better
music here
today than
for you.
that little trotter bread.
And Callisto, Pat kind of harkens over to you. What are you doing?
Existing.
You don't respond? You don't want to go up and take a trotter bread?
I thought I already took one.
He's
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, good. Okay, so
Didn't you ask me earlier? And that's why I came over.
you didn't take the special try. Oh, he's okay.
I was like, what do you mean?
As you take a bite of this,
Well,
and
hold on. How tall are you? You're like 4 foot tall, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're like the only other small person I've seen. So I'm gonna give you a trotter special bread.
Let's go.
I see that you have completely ignored the entourage of goblins.
Bro, what do you
The goblin horde.
listen? There's a crowd. I have customers.
Yeah, that is true.
the goblins
That
are
is
busy.
true.
You're
They're
all, like,
busy doing
very far
clerical
away.
work.
Mhm. Whenever you come over here,
here.
As the fellow in the lab coat comes and kind of sweeps by Keita and the rest of you, we are looking for a few other folks to come join the exposition. Would you all be interested?
Exhibition.
Indeed, we're actually showing off a never-before-seen tech today.
Oh. Well, I'm always interested in seeing things that have never been seen before.
Well,
At least
fantastic.
that's what I tell all the ladies.
Oh,
Got him.
as he answers himself. Well, please, I think that you would enjoy this quite a bit, and the two of you as well. As I said, we do have snacks available, and
At that moment, I spit up a hairball as this.
sir, I have a business to run. What kind of tech is this?
it's
Is it relevant to my business?
It actually is. It will allow you to continue to run your business completely free of any sort of altercations as we've had in the past. I'm sure that you probably are aware of many things that have threatened these zones, especially the Elemental Promenade in history. None more significant than Blasteel, but a century ago.
A century ago, you say?
What? Okay, sure. I believe you. I don't see why I wouldn't. Well, it looks like I'm out of trotter bread. Closing up shop, everyone! I just pack everything in my bag real quick. Into the bag of holding.
Oh,
Is this an orderly or
probably,
very disorderly pack up? Like, are you just chucking shit in the bag? Like, you chuck the whole fucking skillet with the oil still in there, or?
No. I am very efficient. I know where to chuck the bad things and where to chuck the good things.
Ah,
excellent.
But everything's good, so it all gets chucked in the same spot.
Hmm
on God.
That's the secret.
On God. All right. So if your shop's closed up, then will you be joining us?
Sure, why not?
Oh, excellent. As he gathers up the members here, please onward. Follow me. We'll be heading to the fire zone here. As he walks you all down a few paths here. And you all approach this large gateway of sorts. And next to it, this rather large building. Please, do come in. I assure you that all of the things that we're going to be showing today are things that will be beneficial and quite grand, really, to the future of the fire zone and other places.
Oh, it just benefits the fire zone.
Well, I of course, the initial things, it's a bit of a prototype today, Your Majesty.
Oh, Yes, of course.
But of course, given proper
No
funding,
issue.
yeah, if given proper funding, of course, we would probably be able to make it for the other zones as well.
Oh, proper funding. He scrunches up his face like how some people who are like really fake laughing, but then squint their eyes and do the fake laugh, like, oh, you know the one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, proper funding. Yes, of course, yes, proper funding.
Out of curiosity, Noah, does Blasteel mean anything to a shield? Does she know that name at all?
Oh, so you would know, like, just of Blasteel's name.
Okay, so he would have been active before.
Yeah, so you actually would have oh, I guess, yeah, you would be aware of him from that. Go and roll me a history check.
Okay, I'm curious just as to like if like, oh, I know that name from a while ago.
You're vaguely aware of his name. You do know that you've met followers of him before, and he's generally known as this just kind of seem to be very stoic god of sorts, but would create these machines that would bring about death.
Okay, but I okay, got it. Stoic god that made big machines. Got it.
Yes, and you did know that he's also historically that he's a god of death. Basically, he's a god of cremation and industry.
Okay, cool.
That's so metal.
Yeah, I guess Gilgamesh follows him in to. You said it was a portal or building?
No, it's a building that seems to be next to this. It's just a standard gateway that seems to be lit up. It seems to lead straight into the fire zone, and you all can feel the heat as you pass by.
Yeah, sure. All right, Harold. Be sure to get the warm clothing again.
I want it to just be a Speedo.
Oh, fuck no. No, it's
The
still
raw
like 5
Speedo.
layers of shirts and whatnot. It's just he takes off the really frilly, like, cape.
You bust out the silk.
I bust out the silk instead of suede. Which I'm pretty... Actually, hold up.
As you look up to your servants look up to you. Sir, do you wish for us to accompany you into the building?
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't I?
Yes, sire. As they just go ahead and line up behind you.
Oh, yes, of course. They actually do have a pecking order, by the way, for anybody who asks. It would be Harold up front, Roxanne in second, and then Denny in the back.
Denny is the assistant to the manager.
Yes. Also, while we were getting things ready, I did find a soundboard of the Star Wars theme.
Oh my god.
I added it to the Discord. Although I don't know if it's... I think I'm gonna try and drop the volume on it again.
I am willing to give everyone a theme song or cool sound effects for whatever you want.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Every time you start
Every
introducing yourself.
Every single time.
That's a good one.
One of my favorite spells.
All right. So, as you all accompany this man into the building, you go ahead and take a look around. I need all of you to roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
No!
All right, now everyone who's in roll
Yes.
20, I hope this isn't too loud.
If it is, I'm gonna cry.
Hey.
Colleen,
Wow.
if you could roll for me, because Maple
like the
demanded I
music.
go outside.
Bug.
You
Oh
learn it.
no.
Also, we're
The
looking
music's
to
pretty
not
good.
great, but was not awful.
Cold out.
perceive.
Yes, I will roll for you. Hold on just a sec. I'll run to your computer.
Maybe just okay, there we go.
So you should be able to adjust it too, but I don't want the bass
Yeah,
volume
we
to be
can.
too loud.
Yeah, it's good.
You got a 10, Nicholas.
Yay.
I'm off to a great start. I rolled a 2.
Whoops.
Hey, I already got a now one. I
Continues.
don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but it was my first roll of the campaign.
Oops.
The high roll for today is 24 for my familiar stealth check.
True. We've had 2 nat ones though. That's been funny.
You witch.
There was oh wait, no, I think no, that was a practice roll. I was about to say Elliot had done or Pats had done a nat 20, but that is earlier.
You gotta warm up the dice.
You're wasted
gotta
on the
make-
warm up.
You gotta rub them between your hands, blow the air on them, and then make them like nice and warm and toasty.
So you all begin to take a look around
Are you
here.
talking about rolling or?
Yeah, I fumbled my thieves' tools earlier
Oops.
while I was setting up my sheet. So
Indeed, as you all walk into here, the silence kind of continues. It's a rather grand occasion, really. Not only is it the 600-year anniversary of the Convergence, but it's also the 100-year anniversary that the great heroes of Round 3 managed to push back not only the influence of Blasteel, but the heavy-handed actions of all the other greater deities. Since then, things have actually been a lot quieter around here.
A perfect time to travel and vacation, I've heard.
Oh, of course, of course. But see, we never assume that peace is going to last forever. So, we've made sure that we've been working hard on creations of tomorrow, right? To be able to not only make people's lives easier, but of course, to be able to protect the lands. But we'll save the protection points for later. Come see all of the different inventions we've been working.
I'm gonna lean over to Ishao. Who names themselves Round 3? Is it a
Ishile?
group? Did they have to
Ashio.
try 3 times? I'm so I feel like I'm missing some lore.
I mean, perhaps. You know, group names are such a funky thing. They just kind of seem to happen, and they don't always seem to be great.
You hear right behind you, yeah, band names aren't really any much better.
You should know.
You get a swift side eye.
Well, perhaps we can form a band with a proper name then.
So, out of curiosity, what did they defeat 100 years ago?
Well, of course, they defeated the armies of Blasteel. Have you not heard of all of the different deadly machines that he released? Guillotine, Gallows, Crux. All of them quite deadly, in addition to more.
Indubitably, yes.
We actually had to
So-
fight for several years against the armies of Blasteel that continued to flood in from the western side of the fire zone. It's really only in the last century that we've been able to do anything else with that land.
So, God went off his rocker? Jeez.
Well, more or less, and gods decide to do things. It turns out that it's very hard to stop them.
He didn't have to go crazy. He could have just decided he was bored, or someone insulted him. Gods are very annoying creatures.
As well, the scientist chimes up. Oh, aren't they? Yes, indeed. Gods are rather strange. As he just looks over to you and just gives a thumbs up and continues to work on what he's doing.
So are you making another one of these guillotines or other such creations?
Oh, goodness, no, we would never create such machines of death. That'd be insane. No. Come, check out the things that we've been working on. As he just seems to deploy what looks to be this strange glider thing. It's called the magma glider. It's great for not only being able to just cruise around on the heated winds, but we actually have been working to try and see if it can work within places like the fire plane to be able to cruise over all of the flaming debris below.
Wait, I'm confused. What is the fire plane versus the fire zone?
Well, the fire zone is within Converga proper. Beyond the portal is the fire plane, where it's pretty much all fire.
Igneal set up
Yeah.
home with his dragons.
Oh. Okay, that's why I'm confused, because the fire plane would have more updraft than the fire zone. The fire plane would have more ability. How did you say it worked? Maybe I just misheard.
Well, it rides on updrafts, like you said, but really what we've been having to work on is the heat resistance. Turns out the fire plane is very hot.
That makes sense.
And flying very close to things like, magma, lava, it's, this stuff doesn't last very long usually. Until today, where we think we've managed to actually create a prototype that can survive for at least several minutes.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what I
fire
think.
can be rather destructive.
I mean, he might have been disruptive, but his tactics were absolutely essential for any upstart military mind. I mean, he's obviously his terrible deeds are terrible, but you've got to give him some credit. It was quite fascinating how he was able to overtake the realm so quickly.
Are you giving credit to Blasteel?
Listen, we all have our demons, some figuratively and others literally.
All right, listen, Mr. Guy. These wings, super cool, but not what I'm interested in. Show me something that can help me cook. You said this would be worth my while. This has not been worth my while so far.
Well, let me see. What would we have here? As he looks over. As he goes over and runs back. Have you ever wished that you could have flame on command at any time?
Potentially.
What have I got the device for you? As he clicks the button on what seems to be this little disc thing and a flame just appears above it.
Ooh.
Wow. Cool. You're burning gas. Congratulations.
No, you see, it's not gas.
Oh?
This is actually created by magic. As he shows the underside, it seems to have some sort of red gem imbued in the bottom of it.
Oh.
From the back, I'm just going to cast Prestidigitation and make it go out very quietly.
By the way, Gilgamesh, wait, how long has it been?
Let's see. How long does Detect Magic last? An hour?
Up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes? That's been longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah, sad.
Does the flame come back, or did Wombry put it out?
He sees it stuffed out, just says, 1 second. As he clicks the button again and the flame shows back up.
I want to just keep doing it.
I didn't think you guys had these out here. Interesting.
Indeed, click, as it is quite the useful invention when it's not acting so strange. I assure you that if you wanted one, we would get you a more functional copy.
You're wanting funding for a non-functional prototype.
No. This is one of those that we've already worked through.
I understand how the process of engineering takes some time and a lot of effort from multiple people, but come on.
As he just...
If you're wanting investment.
He just starts sweating profusely. I assure you, sir, this is not what we're asking for this. Quick, while I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this, bring out the new flame rifle. As you see a gentleman come out with what looks to be some sort of weapon that seems to have some magical canisters attached to it.
Harold, take notes.
Right away, sire. As he begins to write on this piece of paper again.
And be sure to make it legible for Roxanne.
Of course.
Roxanne, if you may. And Roxanne will take her goggles and start, zooming in.
As she just takes a look at it. I see. Interesting. Sire, I think that this would be quite a useful weapon. Even the untrained would like to be able to get good use out of this.
Indeed, that was precisely what I was thinking. Excellent work, Roxanne.
As Kita, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Kita. Oh, excellent. Kita, while you're listening to this explanation, you're not sure what it is, but you suddenly smell something faintly of... It just stinks. Skunk or something?
I'm gonna just start looking around.
Because you're not really sure what it is. Like, you walk a few steps, you just can't seem to get away from it.
Oh boy.
Roxanne, are you able to do some sketches? This is quite exquisite work. How many could you make in a day?
Oh, let me see. I could make the base components, but this one is a bit interesting and unique. As the sides looks to it. Yes, the canister technology. This has been something that the Fire Zone's had in the works for quite a while. You see, it actually holds, essentially, condensed fire magic.
Oh, fascinating. Explain more.
Well, as he ends to explain that different things like, can actually, be able to fire these roughly 100 feet. Has a certain amount of ammo to it, I'm saying about 12, and it's
that's good.
Quite effective at these ranges, and can be recharged through different magics.
Y'all just walked into a Lockheed Martin showcase. I hope you understand. Well.
And Kita, as you now take the big step, you suddenly don't smell it anymore.
She definitely proceeds to just start looking around everything from where she was standing, like the people, the anything. She's very much in the zone of desperately trying to determine what this is, even though she is not very observant.
As Pat, you take the fire disc here. And it actually does seem to be really warm when it's up close. This actually is probably something you could get some use out of as far as, cooking utensils go.
It's a hot plate.
It's a fancy hot plate. It's a magic one.
Bunsen burner.
I could chuck it in the bag of holding.
You say you could or you did?
I did.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, this is nice. I like it.
Hey, I suppose souvenirs would be in order. If you do want to keep that one, be more than welcome. We have the schematics already.
Here. I reach into the bag of holding and I pull out one of the few buns that I saved from my my original from my cooking stand. I give it to him as a trade. I just put it in his hand. I just smile at him. You're welcome.
And he goes, "Oh, what? Why, thank you." He takes a bite. You could see the joy on his face before he continued his walk through.
Oh, you said schematics. I'm sorry. It suddenly appeared in my mind my generosity. Did you perchance have more schematics for, say, any At this point, I'm assuming Gilgamesh during this little presentation is holding on to the fire rifle. Did you perchance have schematics for this one?
Oh, well, that one's still a bit of a work in progress, but I am sure that we could get something like that for you, sire.
Well, make the model smaller and we might find the generosity in our hearts.
Right.
The Goblinoid kingdoms.
Quick question: When Gilgamesh is holding this, does it look like he knows how to hold such a weapon, or is it like
Upside down.
how much gun safety has he had?
He knows. He does know. He knows how to use every weapon, martial and simple.
All right,
Yeah, so you're shocked when he actually does seem to hold it correctly.
I am indeed shocked.
He also just aims down a range where there's nobody there. He doesn't put his finger on the trigger, but he checks the sights.
Oh, based upon how you've been talking and everything, she made an assumption that you might be stupid, so we're good.
Just because
Holding
I'm
it with the barrel
Shit.
resting in your crotch.
No, it's all the accent in the show. She thought you were all show.
thought I was all show.
Well,
Yep.
now you know better.
Figure it out.
I'm silently analyzing in the corner.
Better than being a no
Oh, well, how much donation would you say is needed to finish this project in particular? We can look at other projects later, but
Oh,
we only have so much patronage to hand around.
well, I suppose we could probably do some number calculations if, as it seems to be between the bread and this offer, he seems to be very happy about it.
Well, it's not quite enough until we hear how long the timetable. My people will talk to your people, okay?
Oh, certainly,
I'll
sire.
book a note for a meeting tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm sure we could make that happen. If need be.
Not to make them, but we'll figure out timetables, production line, you know, the whole shebang.
Of course, of course. As he kind of looks a little like left and right, and continues. I will have you know that we have actually saved the best for last. We, in addition to yourself, we're hoping, of course, have actually struck it good with a rather generous benefactor who's actually allowed for us to test just a great source of defense that the zones will be able to use for centuries to come.
Another benefactor, you say?
Oh, yes, indeed, sir, but I assure you, this man is not near as glorious as you are. Didn't even show his face, simply donated it as some sort of...
His mouth is aghast. Oh, you had me take personal time out of my day to come here and witness all of these, and yet you couldn't have even had to bother for this other patron of yours.
Well, we actually did try to contact him to be able to meet up, but seems that we were unable to do so. Everything that we were given to be able to reach back out to him seems to have ceased functioning.
Continue with your presentation. I'd want to see what is so grand that this benefactor would be so interested in.
Yes, please allow me. As he just snaps, quick, retrieve the defensive mech. As one of the scientists runs to the back.
Faints.
As you all just hear this clunking and whirring, and just after a few moments, the doors from the back open. As you see this large mechanical form walk out of it. Behold!
Dear Lord. Describe what it looks like.
Indeed, it's called the Flamemuck prototype. It's got, as it raises its right arm, a flamethrower as it just shoots out fire.
Oh, jolly good. He starts golf clapping.
And of course, a flame-enabled blade as well, as it holds it in front of it like a knife. It ignites.
Oh, perfect. Excellent work.
Indeed.
Excellent craftsmanship. It even looks, but it looks divine how excellently crafted it's been.
Ashiel has not really said anything like out loud, but her red eyes do gleam a little bit more, and she seems to like slightly nod approvingly at the fire.
Behind you guys, you just hear, now I wonder if they make that with lightning.
It's amazing. How long did it take you to make this prototype? Is it even a prototype? Oh,
well,
amazing.
This prototype was actually, as I said, we had the parts issued to us and we were able to assemble it. And it did have some interesting equipment in it, some things we actually haven't seen before.
Oh.
Indeed.
How many more could you make?
How many more? Well, we would actually definitely have to get in contact with the benefactor, as he just calls out to take some sort of device off of his side. All right, you can go ahead and put it away. The show, I think, is greatly impressed our friend here.
Yes, impressed is underselling it. This is extravagant. We'll have to speak with us in the meeting tomorrow, of course.
As give me 1 second.
Yes.
Yeah, Sheila will kind of like look back at Kita.
Hello. Where are you from?
Hilariously, she looks at Ashiel and then looks down at herself as she's a lightning genasi and looks right back at her. And she goes, "You wouldn't like to guess?"
I have no idea. Quite honestly.
She chuckles and her hand goes
face is
over her
like-
mouth.
You can't really see a lot of her face, but her eyes scream sincerity. Like, you don't see any malice in them.
She chuckles and her whole face softens and she kind of looks at you like, And she goes, "Well, maybe this will help you figure it out." And she points her fingers down and little lightning bolts come out and her heels pop out and they turn into roller skates.
I'll admit, I'm still terribly confused. I don't really know anywhere around here.
You really don't, do you? Well, my apologies. Lightning zone, if that simplifies it for you. And she looks at you like rather concernedly.
Right. So, are there zones for every element now?
Now, you speak as if... Anyways, yes, in a sense, I would say that.
Interesting. And how long have people been merged with elements?
Her whole face just goes blank. That is a very, very interesting question. I can't say I know off the top of my head.
So a while then, yes?
A while would be a good term to use for it, yes. But for all of my life, it's been like this.
And Ashiel kind of nods. Like, you can see her, like, the eyes, like, kind of tilt up, like they're taking mental notes and trying to do some calculations.
And do you, like, how do I put this? Are you, do you live as long as an elemental, or are you more like a human, or is it somewhere in between?
She lets out this, like, gut laugh. These are questions that I feel like she would never expect somebody to walk up to her and ask. Like, that's just so bizarre. I suppose if you really want to simplify it, probably a bit of both.
Okay. Interesting. So are there people that, like, you're mixed with lightning, right? Are there people that are mixed with all the elements?
Different ones, I presume, but, do you always ask this many questions?
You seem like a friendly face.
It's actually been a while since I've heard that myself. I suppose you're not wrong.
During this conversation, Wanbury is like slowly wandered over, listening in, as like you're missing the important question. Was there when and how did humans fuck an elemental?
That's the science that sets in. That's
Another hairball comes up.
Gilgamesh puts his hand over his
Resistance
forehead.
potions.
My heavens!
She
Crash.
has nothing to like. Her mouth opens and she's like, "What? Did he just say that? I cannot believe he just said that."
Who does he think he is, speaking like that in front of royalty?
Royalty or not, you should never speak like that to a woman.
Fair point.
Is that a bad word in this language? I thought it meant to reproduce with another creature, or the act of reproduction.
I apologize, Sir Darp. I'm pretty sure that doesn't. How do I say? It's not in good company. Let's say.
My
This is
apologies.
not. Perhaps in that tavern over there. And Gilgamesh kind of gestures towards the tavern. They might potentially be asking such inquiries, but we are here are ostensibly all good folk, common folk. No.
Oh, thank you for
Good
pointing out the
people.
tavern. I've been meaning to get a drink. I gotta saunter over to the tavern.
Gilgamesh sees Pat for the first time. Oh Lord, what is that?
As he's sauntering away, Ferris will kneel down, will kind of lean down to him and whisper in his ear as he goes by. Sounds like he's never fucked anyone, eh?
Good one.
Wombre, perhaps it's a magical union.
You know, I always like to think that just a lightning bolt struck down and then I was born. So let's just go with that. Why don't we?
Interesting.
Do you not have parents then?
She just stops and looks to wherever the bar is. And she's
And
like,
That would explain a lot.
I
And
don't
were they
think
both
that we
hybrids
I
like
think you're
you?
onto something there.
just, you know, I don't think there's enough drinks to have this conversation currently.
Oh, my apologies. Are you unhappy with your familiar status?
Not exactly unhappy, but it's such a bold question from somebody who has no idea who I am, much less really
Oh,
anything
of
about
course,
me.
my apologies. God damn it, I'm blanking on my name. Where is that? I'm Wombre. I'm Wombre Bob. I'm Dob.
Bar is here, by the way.
And I'm Wombre Dob. And pleasure to make you acquainted. I myself, not sure if I have parents.
Well, at least it
I'm
makes
not-
me
I'm
feel a
you.
little more comfortable hearing that, but do you... And she starts walking towards the bar, motioning for them to come along with her. Where are you from, by which that is the first questions you ask of a person? I am curious.
Oh, but I am from the Feywild. Can you not tell by my magnificent wings? And he gives you a charming smile as his wings flutter a bit, and like almost seems like little bits of glitter fall off of him towards the ground.
Okay, but like,
To meet... Oh, sorry.
how big are the wings? Are they like butterfly sized, or are they, look at me, I'm a beautiful butterfly?
They are proportionally sized. Like in the image I put in the Discord, you can see a picture of me.
I did not see it.
Oh yes, I see.
Oh!
I think it's gotten lost a little bit.
Wait, where is this image?
I hit the carrot. I hit him with the carrot.
Yeah, Kita just looks at you with all your glitter and stuff, and in her head she's just thinking, yeah, I've seen guys like this in performances before.
The most important thing is I smell like freshly baked brownies. That is just my natural musk. The great musk.
Again, I've seen this before.
A goblin attack anytime you're around.
The best part is, it is an in-game racial feature for me.
That's awesome. Noah, do I know what the Feywild is?
Go ahead and roll me a history check at disadvantage.
Excellent. That's what I wanted. Give me the disadvantage. Sorry, my sheet is a little bit delayed.
Would I know by any chance?
Would you know? You can roll me a history check flat.
Would
Okay.
would actually, David? What do you look like?
Very much like an elf.
Okay.
Just a very colorful elf. I know
Like
I've never heard
how
of Feywild before in my life.
Yeah, I'd say that's it was a private role, but
No, she looks at you and thinks that you are just full of shit because, like, you know, she's done some performances and there's been some characters and clearly he's on something. So
I assure you, he's very normal where we come from. If that probably doesn't make you feel better.
she kind of laughs and doesn't really comment and keeps walking. And continuing to motion you to follow her. Where in relation to where we are is tavern? Is it the brown one?
yes. They have a little bar set up within this building.
Awesome.
If you want a drink, just mosey on over here.
Oh, Denny, I believe you'll have some exquisite wine tasting to do.
Yes, of course, sir.
So, okay, coming back. So, the man earlier mentioned 600 years ago there was something called a convergence.
Yeah, that does sound vaguely familiar.
So, what converged? Is that how we got these separated areas?
I suppose that would make sense, but as much of a nice face I am and friendly as I look, you might want to talk to more of a historian than me.
So it's not common knowledge then how this place was made?
Maybe for some, but I don't know, never really a priority in my book.
Yeah, Shield will look towards the elf then.
Well, how long have you been around? Do you know what the convergence is?
Hang on, I need to turn down the bot.
He's been around for far too long, I can tell you that much.
Never mind, the bot's gone. The convergence. Ah. Well, there's many a story told about it in the myths and legends of this land. I'm not quite sure how much of my knowledge is accurate, though.
Oh, so you weren't around for it then?
No, I'm old. I'm not that old.
Fair. It's hard to tell. with
Also,
them. You know, we age
by the
very
way,
quickly.
he does not look old. He looks like 26.
If I may pray ask, what is considered old by your standards?
Old enough to see friends and loved ones die of old age.
That
So
could be
maybe
any
like
age.
150, 200? That's enough for humans to go by, right?
That seems a little
Yeah.
short, I think. Only 200. I don't know the short-lived races. You're an elf. What would your standards be?
No. But 200 is roughly double what any human can really get to. And
Or any goblin. Goblin.
the Earth
Lord,
Genasi
friendly.
barely make it past 100.
Cheers, I'll drink to that.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Now that's
Hopefully.
the That's a phrase to live by there.
Oh, he would definitely live by that phrase.
Hey, bartender! What day is it? What's the date?
Gilgamesh winces.
As you go over to the bar here. Whoop. Barter looks at you. Oh, the date. Of course. Let me check that for you real quick. As he goes in and looks at the calendar. I'm gonna need to look it up real quick. I have numbers written down, but I want to give you the actual month.
I live for this shit. Gotta catch him off guard.
Absolutely. Let's see. Here we go. It is currently seems to be Mueni 24th.
Oh heavens, so late into the month. Oh.
Huh. And what's the year?
I think.
Well,
I
the
believe
year, of
it's
course, is
599.
600 post convergence.
Damn, that's a nice number.
Wait, did I actually get that right? Completely accidentally.
Yeah.
Hey Noah, can you post how to spell that month?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. The 12 months. Let's just type them out.
Lore.
Luckily, this character does not have to keep track of the moon cycles.
I still have the moon cycle counter on this, actually.
By
my
the way,
Goodness.
Gilgamesh is actually learned in history and whatnot.
So
But
what is the relationship between the days, the months, and the year that you utilize?
Oh, we generally use it for crop rotation as well as work scheduling. It's quite handy, really.
No, you misunderstand. Like, how many days make a month, and how many months make a year?
Well, 12 months make a
Gilgamesh
year.
knows that shit. I don't know what it is actually in lore, but I believe Gilgamesh would know.
Gilgamesh knows, but not Bradley.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything would be more boring than Micah until this conversation.
Time not an interesting subject. I think it's fascinating. There's so
12
much
months, 30
change
days.
when time happens.
12 months per year. Yeah. The significance, well, we don't call it that in our civilized society, but it follows a roughly similar pattern. We were sophisticated enough to add leap years.
So we're in the September
24th.
equivalent.
24th of Micah.
Mm-hmm. Or 24th of Mueni.
Mueni. That shit's gonna fuck with me.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll end up with a month named after me at some point.
So if you think it's boring, what do you like to do for fun? Kita? Is that what I heard your name was?
And she looks back up as in like, oh, we're not talking about space science weird shit anymore.
Space science. We're talking about a calendar.
Oh, exactly. But to her, that was the most boring, like,
Oh,
for fun.
never heard of a data system called space science. I like that.
Oh, that wasn't out loud. That was just my inner monologue. But anyway, for fun, you ask?
Yes.
Well, music is by far, I suppose, the most fun thing that I'm into. Do you have music where you come from? She looks very unsure, looking at you and only really being able to see your eyes.
Yes, there is music. Didn't get to listen to it very much, but some of the passing entities do like a good tune. Wombry likes a good tune.
See, now we're
Well, if
talking.
that's
Now,
the case, you're in luck.
see, now we're
Would you
talking
like
about
to
things
say-
I'm more interested in. So, like, instrument-wise, like, what did you guys have? You know, that kind of thing. What did people play?
All
Bear
sorts
starts
of
strumming
it.
his lute.
I myself am more proficient with sort of bagpipes and a fiddle.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. And then she just looks over, kind of twitching a little, listening to certain somebody playing music in her presence.
He is going to look over and would you be interested in having a playing together, as that sounds like it'd be great fun. Fioris, if I'm correct?
Ferris.
Ferris? Fioris?
Hey. Ferris.
Ferris. You would like to,
As in Bueller.
God damn it.
Goddamn.
Oh, is that one of those Elvish phrases?
Somebody start a quote board now.
We also need a
First
character
one.
art channel.
First one, terrible dudes are terrible. Second one, Ferris. As in Bueller.
Not to worry, on it right now.
Well, I would love to play with you.
Oh, I'm always down for a jam session with a talented musician.
Well, I hope I can meet the criteria.
Well, no matter who you play with, you're always the least talented of the bunch.
Oh, I do love
Damn.
There's a
rough burn.
of a string, and he tightens one knob and goes back to strumming softly.
Yeah, she smirks a little, and she's still got those skates popped, so she's just gonna skate on over and just order something to drink.
Play off, play off, play off.
All right, so you skate on
I'm gonna
over to
roll
the
another
bar
two.
here.
I'm gonna roll another 2.
We'll move all over here. All right, yeah. If y'all want to go ahead and both roll me a concept.
Con save?
Oh, I thought you were drinking.
Wait,
No, we're
I am
playing.
drinking. I'm real.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was me, but I am babying
yeah.
this shit.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm
There's no
definitely
shots.
drinking.
This
Wait,
is
do
this
it.
is like a
This is
Oh, no.
wine.
yeah. This is like a I'm babying this in my hand. Like
Oh,
it's
perfect.
Yeah, I think
less of a
Gilgamesh is more
chug and
refined.
feel. Yeah.
I find the closest grog equivalent and chug.
Excellent. And they are willing to make you something rather strong here.
I think, yeah, mostly it's just taking wine from Danny, or
Yep.
Denny, pardon me.
Damn.
So it's not going to be like deep drinking.
No, no.
More sophisticated
Ashio-
refined.
I'm in a good mood. I got a hot plate. I got some money. I'm in a good mood.
Ashio will approach the bar and ask,
Do you have anything that burns on the way down?
Burns. Yes, actually. As he breaks out a
Ooh.
bottle of this firebrand ale. Always a good treat to
Ah,
have
that's
this
what
time
she's
of year.
having.
Oh, excellent. As he pours you both a glass.
I like eat myself across the room, monkey style.
As
Oof.
Monkey style.
let's go
Just
on.
yes.
Move you up here. Shield. Over here on the side. Arrange here, and then I need you both, Pats and a shield, to go ahead and make me a con save.
All right.
This stuff's wrong.
Good to know it's still here. All right, that was a con save you said.
Yep.
I've lost my sheet. Okay.
I have so many things open.
And I would like to go up to Ferris and take out my viola. Shall we?
I'm game if you are.
Let's put on a great show. And he's going to like give you a wink, and I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration. And I'm going to give
D6?
myself one as well. Yep, D6. So, and you
Alright.
get to roll it twice. You get to roll it twice and take the higher.
Excellent. But yeah, so Ferris will kind of catch eye contact with you, start with a beat on the side of the lute, which gives off a remarkably drum-like tone, and just bum, 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 and then we'll start playing.
All right. Let's see. Performance. And I get to take the highest of two. So
Oh my
let's
gosh,
see.
I rolled a 5.
All right. For the D6, highest of 2. Oh man, that is a 32.
Nice.
Oh.
Mine is a 17 because I rolled a fucking 5.
Wow.
Well, you lived to the expectation you were given.
Well, dang. All right. So as you both just wow, these rather lovely performances. But clearly, Wanbri, you feel as yours just a level above.
Yeah, no, I hear. I had started off like trying to lead the melody, and then I see him come in strong with like a great deal of skill. It was apparently I'd picked something that he was already very good at, and so I just kind of drifted back into harmonies behind him.
Yeah, Kita went from trying to ignore the entire thing that's happening to looking at the new person, being like, "Hey, mad respect over there."
I tried to help you, man.
You can't do anything about me rolling a 5. Can you cast Enhance Ability? I might roll a 5 and a 6.
I love it.
I don't have that. I am sad I don't have guidance.
One day.
Don't worry, I'll take care of that next level.
Yeah. All right, next level we can outbardic inspiration you guidance. We can get stupid bonuses.
Closer, are you are you going to be at the bar as well with everybody?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and move yourself over there.
But when my bardic inspiration was used, where is it? Choose. Oh yeah, there's a musical note appears when I gave it to you, and it pops with colorful sounds and colors.
Nice.
I don't know where the private booth is, but Gilgamesh goes to a private booth with his entourage. Maybe one of the scientist benefactors.
Indeed. So as you all get ready to go to the little side booth here.
Yeah, Kita looks at you kind of quizzingly and swirls the wine in her glass, really confused by your whole entourage and personality.
He's an excellent player, though, isn't he?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're talking about your companion, absolutely. Rather surprising, actually. Not that I doubted it wholly, but, you know, you never know.
He's a bit of a trickster, and, but that's to be expected. But, overall, fairly nice person. Helped me out in a pinch.
Oh,
and
excellent to hear.
plays a mean tune in the evening.
I find that all the best musicians have some kind of quirk about them.
What about you? What do you play?
Well, a bit more of tambourine, dance, sing, whatever is needed. Let's just say if there's a star of the show, it's likely me.
Then why don't you go dazzle to the music?
Unfortunately, at this time, I would not like to approach the stage.
Oh, is it the elf man?
Very observant of you. Yes, it is.
Lover spat gone wrong?
Oh, and she spits out her wine. Dear, but the gods know. Where I'm from, he has a band as well.
Ah, okay, so just a rivalry then.
I suppose that'd be a proper word for it, but yes, he's showed up and played where I have, and I can't say I'm very fond of him.
You win though, of course, right? In this rivalry?
She shrugs. I'd certainly hope so. One thing is for sure. I am always at the venue first.
Speedy traveler. It's always nice.
Indeed. Remember the party trick I showed you earlier? And she points down to her shoes that have gone from heels to roller skates.
That is definitely a quick way to get around. I'm partial to flying myself, but currently incapable of doing that right now.
Wait, you can fly?
Well,
And her whole head just like leans down to the bar, like, wait, no shit.
I used to be able to, with the help of a broom.
Broom. I
Mhm.
mean, your buddy with the wings, I assumed, flight, obviously, but a broom?
Oh yes,
Like
they
what you sweep the floor with.
Well, we don't use the same ones for sweeping that we do for flying.
Okay. And she's like looking in her head like, what is the difference between a fly broom and a broom? Like
Broom.
broom.
God damn it.
Broom.
Would you like
See,
some candy?
well, see, the broom goes broom. The fly broom goes vroom.
So is it like a magic thing, I assume?
Yes. Candy?
And you see, she'll just kind of like, you think her hand, you were pretty sure her hand was empty before, but when she opens it, there's a pile of candy in her hand.
Now, when you say candy, is it like sugar?
Yeah.
Nothing else in it?
Nope.
She is intrigued and not threatened by you, but is, with all that you've talked about and everything else, and she's a little cautious, but she does reach down and takes one piece.
I mean, when you take one piece, Ashiel just kind of shrugs and pops the rest of it in her mouth.
She stands there wide-eyed. She has these very, like, golden-looking, beautiful, powerful eyes, and they're wide open as she is quite flabbergasted by this whole interaction. But as to not make you feel different or odd, she quickly composes herself and takes the candy and eats it. What does the candy taste like, by the way? Is it different, or is it taste the same as what I've had before, or?
It tastes sweet. There's like a... Let's see. This particular set, it gives off a little pop in your mouth, like a little like.
Did you give me pop rocks?
Yes, she gave you pop rocks.
Okay,
Feeling of
this
the curse
changes
taking effect.
everything. All of a sudden, it starts taste sweet. It starts popping, and she is like super excited about it. What is it doing? What candy does that?
It can.
And you can see that instead of her typical mellow tone that she's had, all of a sudden she's getting more and more excited. And her voice is getting a little bit faster and a little bit higher. That's so fascinating. I can't believe it. Like, that's so cool.
Do you want more?
Yes, I do. And she holds out both of her hands.
And like, literally, Ashiel just puts her hand over your hand, and candy just falls out of it and falls into your hand.
I'm not even gonna
Yo.
ask where you hid that. She lightly sets it down on the counter and takes another one, and puts it in her mouth, and she is just like almost jamming there as the popping is happening. And you can see she as she's eating it, there's like little bit of sparks and stuff that are coming from her hands, and as she puts it in her mouth, like just a little bit of lightning sparks happening.
But yeah, if you ever want candy, just ask. I also carry a lot of apples with me.
And you see her take an apple out of her side pouch and take a bite out of it, and you're really kind of confused because you were pretty sure she was wearing a mask, but somehow the food goes through it.
She immediately stops and looks at you, realizing that she didn't really see you eat it, and is like, "Are you sure there wasn't something else in this candy?"
It's just candy.
Okay. She looks at you very like, I don't really know what I saw or didn't see, but
You clearly see a apple with a bite out of it in her other hand.
with as much weirdness as that has been surrounded by this new person, she shrugs it off, takes a sip of her wine, and then eats another piece of candy.
All right.
Now, my friends at the Lightning Zone would love this.
As you all happily sit there, kind of banter back and forth, getting some candy. Gilgamesh, are you heading over to the little area on the right?
Yeah, I would assume that him and his whole entourage take their drinks and then head over.
All right, excellent. So yeah, as Gilgamesh heads over that direction, I'll go ahead and move you about right.
Am I not already there?
No, you're
Ooh, is it like here-ish?
yeah, all the way over on the right side. But am I getting everyone? Am I not?
I should be down here if that ping works.
Hold on.
Like in the little peninsula to the bottom right of the building.
You're in the alcove.
Yeah, the little alcove.
The bottom right. Go ahead and ping again.
Over here. Yeah, where the green is. I see green ping, but I'm
That's
also blue
my-
ping. Yeah. Are you not able to see the boys?
Oh no, I'm just no, I'm really stupid, gang. I just realized you've been on the wrong map. Yeah, here, have this map.
Huh? Bro, what
Oh
the
my.
fuck?
Have this map.
No, I was like, wait a minute,
Oh
huh?
Jesus! All right,
The glamour instantly dispelled.
we are so
We're
back.
in a new reality.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
What the fuck? I was like, oh, like over here. You mean like
Alright.
over here?
Yeah, we are so
All
back.
right.
This is just
Are
like,
you-
oh my god.
Are you sure there wasn't drugs in the candy? Like, now.
It's clearly been a little too long since I've ran the game, but
Damn, that was a strong drink. Give me another one of those.
I only had a single sip of my bourbon.
I was wondering. I'm like, man, nobody's moving. Like, I'll move them, but this is a little weird.
Yeah,
God.
we were moving the whole time on the other map.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, we were.
I was legitimately like, huh.
Oh, that might be explaining why we didn't see the giant boy.
The giant
Okay.
boy.
Okay, yes, we are in the private booth in the far right where the crates are.
All right, indeed. Well, and then what? This is broken for me. All right, there we go. That should start. But anyways, so while you all are all just, on here, Gilgamesh, as you and your group pass by, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Amazing. I'm just going to say, for simplicity's sake, I mean, if you want to roll for everybody's roll every single time, motherfucker.
Yes.
I'm just going to say that they always
Making me feel
fail
better.
for the most part. Unless it's like really pertinent, most of the goblins just fail or don't pay attention.
Okay.
Your job is not to look at things.
Well, yeah.
The
So
job is to look at you.
So yeah, in that case, Gilgamesh, you go ahead and just pay it no mind. You hear the scientist saying something, but you're not really sure what it is.
We're
So-
too interested, Harold and I. We're too invested in our usual talking about business and whatnot.
Indeed. So as you all continue to enjoy these drinks, Gilgamesh and the gang over here, you all hear as some noises begin to occur. As you see, as the scientist just kind of sits in the middle and hearing the noises, just, all right, you can go ahead and put the mech away. We're done with the demo. People are just enjoying themselves. You see as the mech powers off and then turns back on.
Oh, another showcasing wouldn't do too bad.
As you suddenly hear something crackle over the radio. Ah, perfect timing. I suppose we'll have to see how the results look on this. And that's where we'll go ahead and end our first session for the day.
Oh no. Cliffhangers.